Welcome everybody back to Learned Mortality Polar Night 5.
Yeah.
Last time on Learned Mortality, Alisar
maybe this
top.
is stupid.
Last time on Learned Mortality, maybe this was stupid the whole time.
Last time on Learned Mortality, Duncan.
I have my head in my hands right now, Duncan.
Last time on Learned Mortality, Duncan.
We're gonna open back on Isotiller as the party has finally found their way back. Though despite all of this traversal, it does appear that the blizzard only continues to rage on. But yeah, it's been a decent while since you've been here. You've had a constant sort of like murmur of Murphy bitching about the cold. Bliss has had his hands in his pockets, his head down, barely talking at all, and you see Val trying to keep a smile, but, well, even she has her limits.
Seiko's just pondering weapons.
Oh yeah, do you want to
Get
see
Seiko, take a look at that.
Seiko's zoom? Yeah, look at
Enhance. Oh.
She's no longer smiling.
Yeah. There's so much to talk about.
I'd rather do it somewhere warm.
And then keep moving.
Come on, let's get inside.
Great. Can't even see my fucking footprints from this morning anymore. Fuck this.
This is entirely a shit sandwich.
So, I don't want to be the one to break the tension, but what happened to Ansel?
I don't even know. Almost fucking happened to me.
I ain't got a clue.
Said he heard something.
And he heard something.
Some form of mind control or mental manipulation.
Honestly, I describe it more akin to a broadcast directly. It affected me for a while, and I saw quite a few things, and felt quite a few things, including drowning. Yelp review, drowning, not fun.
I never would have figured.
We'll still use Yelp.
Bliss, sort of darker shadows over his eyes at this moment, just...
So he's still out there, completely alone.
Well, last I saw him, he was standing next to Buddy with the Devil of the South.
I'm getting inside, it's cold.
I guess.
Want me to kick the furnace on for you?
Absolutely.
Oh, God, yes.
We left Alisar down there. He'd probably, without anyone to tell him no, probably go after him like a dumbass.
I was not smarter than that. You know that he wouldn't be in there alone.
As you come in, you hear voices talking. You see Dr. Tiller, Millie, Dean, kind of all gathered around, having a conversation, and, that's interesting. There's someone standing there, back to you. A silhouette that you don't recognize at all.
Oh?
Looks middling height, rather wide, and as you come in, they turn around towards you.
Oh?
Yo.
Oh, it's a man. Look at this man.
This art's so good, Duncan.
Good quality.
You say that we didn't recognize him. Is this the actual Alisar Stravinsky that Lucy has seen in the research documents he's seen?
As he turns, you understand why his silhouette didn't look familiar to you. You take a closer look. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh, hold on a second. Yes, as I was saying in brief, basically, well, it seems like I was the one who won the coin flip, but anyway, I should not keep my friends waiting. There you all are.
Oh, hello.
Glad you all made it back.
Huh?
You look familiar.
Come on.
Hi. What?
Come in, you must be freezing.
Looks at Seiko.
Dom looks at Lucy and Encore.
They all just like exchange a glance like, wow, that's a familiar looking person. Hi. Have we met before?
You must still be rattled from that venture, huh? What a day. You all need some rest.
No, seriously, who the hell are you?
Did he put you up to this?
Al is going to step here, walk by, and just go, yes. Well, if you warm yourselves up, I'm going to go get the furnace on.
Thank you.
One step ahead of you there. I knew you were all coming back, so yeah, I've gotten everything all ready.
Oh.
Don't worry, I've already begun debriefing everybody on the situation as well, so.
Seems very bad, all things considered.
Okay.
I'm glad that the majority of you have made your way back.
Yeah, can I get you anything from the kitchen? You've already gotten some of the catch of the day in from the traps up at the northern lake.
Who the fuck are you?
Seiko
He starts to look back at, like, Val and be like, you all didn't get hit by any strange lights while you were out there, did you?
No, but that one's already been a little off in the head ever since he got here. Merv.
Listen, I've had a long day. I've been nearly killed several times. I'm fucking cold. I don't have time for whatever this is. So please, tell me who the hell you are so I can get on with my day.
Seiko, what the hell are you talking about?
Alright,
You cannot be serious.
Give her time. Give her time. It's okay.
Did something happen to you?
Here, you need to go get some rest, Seiko. I'm sure when you wake up in the morning, you'll recognize me then.
You're a researcher. I've seen you in papers. Wait.
Yes, we've met each other before we came here.
I like I've seen those glasses somewhere, but I can't fucking place them. God, I'm too cold for this shit.
Are you sure you didn't get hit by any strange alien lights while you were out there?
I may have, because I think I'm seeing a ghost.
With a not so strange fist. Fuck
Well,
off.
I have things that I need to prepare for tomorrow's ventures, of course, so if you do not need anything, if you are not famished from your travels, then I would suggest you go get some rest. Because it would appear to me that you need it.
Tomorrow, I'm taking a nap.
Millie looks incredibly anxious and just tugs on Dr. Tiller's sleeve, and there's a soft conversation for a second.
Could I have some coffee the way I like it?
Oh,
Or the way my sister likes it?
Certainly. Are you sure? Coffee?
Yeah,
Coffee
yes.
at this time?
It's her
Very well.
favorite.
Lucy, what the balls is going on?
I suppose
I'm testing a theory real quick.
Do you wish to make it for me to make it decaf?
No, please.
Are you sure? You do not need your rest?
Bliss is just gonna kind of whisper over, like,
Did something happen? No, you guys.
I think something did.
Why are you guys so freaked out?
Clearly, there is something happening here that my presence is upsetting a lot of you.
Recognize that man.
I'm sorry about this whole thing, Alisar. I just, there's been some weird
Alisar?
things going on.
What? Huh?
Might
What?
be something to do with the voices that they were hearing. I don't know.
I look at Lucy after hearing Alisar.
Lucy, in disbelief, gestures a hand for the coffee.
Oh, sorry. Yes, here you go.
Thank you very much.
All
he
right.
takes a sip. Heavy cream, 7 sugars. Saw.
Hey, that snapped you out of it. Maybe I'll get Seiko some coffee too.
Alisar, what the hell did you do?
Looks. looks.
They're still talking, very hushed,
Well.
very anxiously. Millie occasionally looks over, meets eye contact, averts eye contact.
Why are you not a penguin anymore?
Well,
Looks to Seiko.
Thank you. Someone said what I've been. Yeah, you,
I knew there was something amiss.
you, Mr. Bag of Secrets. What are you hiding in there?
What did you do?
I knew there was something amiss. Is that why Anselo was so cagey with me?
Did he think you were a penguin? I'm confused.
Something clearly was going on with me. I'm sorry, but can this wait for a later time?
Well, if you're here,
Anselo is still somewhere out there, and I need to begin preparations for tomorrow's venture.
Seiko, give Alisar a hug.
Yes, of course.
I don't know
Welcome
what
back,
the hell
welcome
you
back.
did, or why you look quote-unquote normal now, but next time you're gonna do something crazy, communicate, please. I can only guess what you did to get here ahead of us, and for the record, I don't approve. Unless it's against, of course, out of your control.
I believe everything is under control. From what I've been able to ascertain, from the bits and pieces, I think that I've been able to put together a pretty clear-cut story that my counterpart has a plan.
Counterpart.
I'm going to do my part of the deal, while he does his.
You know,
And my
I
part
feel
of the
like-
deal just so happens to be making sure everyone here is safe and secure.
You know, I think I need a nap.
I'm glad to see your safe return.
Hey, Millie.
Hello, Seiko. I apologize for any discomfort that I may have caused.
You're fine. No worries.
Okay. Good.
Seiko will give Millie the best of a hug she can.
That Millie is entirely an illusion.
Yeah, she hardens the illusion around the points of contact, giving you the illusion that you're touching something.
So, Alisar, you're looking great. How did you get here before us?
Well, about that. Took the shortcut, presumably. I have done some cross-examination with my notes that I had previously written, to be specific, and I find that I, individually speaking, am not all there.
Huh?
It would seem that I am the dividend of the divided. The remnant
Some.
of the parent plant.
May I offer some clarity?
Please.
I'm gonna have to fight a flaw, hold on.
For the first time ever, at least in my memories.
And she's going to summon behind her extension of you, and you're gonna see there's clear cut wounds on the stand. Like parts of it have been torn off. And she's going to go,
I wasn't able to get everything back.
Precisely.
Something stopped me.
That's horrifying. That means something was waiting for you to
Yes.
intervene.
And whatever that something is, it was fast enough to interrupt extension of you.
I see.
Well, let's go through this with using deductive reasoning. At the site of the Ice Core Labs, there was one unidentified frostbitten that previously, before the time of my arrival here, did not seem to be making any hostile motions towards myself. Is that correct?
I don't think I was there for that.
Millie, am I correct?
At the Ice Core Labs?
Should I know this information?
Did you have your scout around then?
I believe so.
Then she would have put it back in you, so yes.
Interesting.
She would go,
It was just kind of watching the large form made of birds.
So it wasn't hostile to you. Interesting.
If that was what interrupted extension of you, I could explain it. It might have been waiting for an opportunity to strike.
Were you still at the Ice Core Labs when it happened? It took us a while to get back.
You never left. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage from then. It just stopped. You must have taken off your communicator.
Could Absolute Zero have gone rogue again?
Highly unlikely. If it's anything like me, once you've convinced it of something to be true, it's very hard for you to change its personality.
Oh, we shouldn't have left you.
Alisar's going to do the Ace Attorney head shake. You're not putting enough faith in me.
But Alisar, something happened to you, and it's because we left you behind.
Alisar,
It's precisely because you left me behind.
did you... Do you think you did it yourself?
That would seem like a very me thing to do.
What?
Yes.
You were just off yourself down there while we were gone.
Clearly for a reason, but a reason that has not yet come to light. I believe this may very well have something to do with...
It must be considered that Alisar has not offed himself as you are suggesting. He is still here and living.
That gestures to the child.
If I may interrupt that train of thought, I am not entirely myself. I still have, I'd say, a fraction of my faculties, but I feel there is a missing part of myself. And I think it has to do with my stand. You see, I cannot use my stand's ability. I do not even know what it was called.
So, wait. Visions is with the other you?
In my state, I am figuratively blinded. I would assume so.
Remember when I said that Alisar would totally go after Ancillor? Fucking called it!
Well, what do we do then, if you're out there going after Enslow right now?
Like I said, get some rest. I will begin preparations.
I'm just more so concerned about the fact that I didn't see anything wrong with you, Doc. Millie, did you do that?
Millie, are there any more...
I
Did you accidentally enable some illusions? Anything that...
thought it would make you more comfortable if everyone just treated you normally.
Such a Millie thing.
I'm sorry if it caused confusion.
Lucy's like scratching the back of his head. This is a lot to take in.
Get some sleep like the doc is suggesting. You haven't slept in what, 2 days? 3?
More.
Just a heads up, you did sleep at the Ice Core Lab after the Oblivious thing. So you have had a
Easy
sleep.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
like 2 days.
So, okay. I don't know how I'm going to sleep now.
I'm sure after with everything you've just been through, your body will find a way. Please, you look awfully pale.
Lucifer, if you want, I can put together a little bit of a nighttime remedy that I'm used to making. I'll help you get to sleep.
That might be necessary. He sips his coffee with 7 sugars in it.
Oh boy, that is not gonna help you sleep. I don't even know if I can cut through that amount of endorphins.
Yeah, as your friend and as your peer, I am cutting you off, Lucifer.
Murphy,
No more.
Murphy grabs your
Give me
hand,
that.
Alisar, and it's just like,
Nah, let him drink, it'll be funny.
We need him.
Yeah, and we needed you, and that didn't stop you, fucking did it?
I'm right here, aren't I?
Murphy's just gonna narrow his one eye.
No, you're not.
Well, want to get into the semantics. Part of me is here. Part of me is elsewhere. That is precisely it. Wait, is that why I did it? To be in two places at once? Well,
Maybe.
I guess with the current circumstances, I must have figured that we could use all the hands we could get.
May I offer a suggestion as to what possibly could have driven you? Maybe you wanted to see what it's like to be like Dr. Iso. A sort of experiment to put yourself in his shoes?
I've always valued first-hand experience.
Yes.
You're not also going to turn into some extremely tall monstrosity, are you?
Well, wouldn't that be a good thing if I'm on your side?
If your positive attitude's over here, I'm just... Okay. You know, whatever.
Oh man, I can't wait to meet Stoic as hell.
We'll cross that penguin when we get to it.
Dean's gonna come
As
back
we will.
with a soft cup of, it smells like green tea, and you'll notice she's stirring in a little bit of white powder. Seems to be, dried milk that she's reconstituting in the water.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
Wanted to make some
now.
nice milk tea for you, Lucy. And she holds this out and is just like,
Here, and try not to have too much more sugar. It really does mess with your sleep.
Thank you. I was already expecting to have nightmares tonight, so no worries. I'm just...
If you need to express any of those things, always here to listen. It's the least I can do, you know?
I'm gonna be honest, I might take you up on that just to rubber duck some things.
Sure.
Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna go sleep.
I don't need to sleep, so I'll see you all on the south side. I'm gonna go pick up my post.
You two, go to bed when you want. Okay.
Hey,
Sleep well.
Lucifer,
With Murphy.
don't think too hard about it, okay?
Pats Millie on head.
You start
Yeah.
sounding like the old man.
also Millie's smile.
Take it easy out there, Murphy. Make sure you're back in a few hours. I wanted to get everyone enrolled in their new groups.
Alright.
So, well, Larry, I suppose I have to tell you, you were right. I did some more thinking about that railgun project. Yeah, that shit's not going to work. Not here. If we were in Florida or something, it'd probably work, but not here. Too goddamn cold, and I have no way of insulating it. Cold saps electricity. However, what I will ask is, Val, do we have any elastic bands or anything like that in storage?
Sure.
Alright, because I think with that and a few odds and ends that I have, we could probably make a makeshift crossbow.
Hmm.
Listen, my stand started to become unreliable. It's changed, and I'd rather have another option. That and I'm useless at range.
Aren't you a spin user?
Yep,
Are you people specified in long range?
you'd think that, but luck ain't good on my side. I've made a habit of always changing luck to suit my own needs, but that's no longer possible.
Hmm.
My stance changed, and I don't know how or why or even what his new capabilities are. For example, those little guys, those little cats of mine, they're not helping emotions anymore. Anyone who holds them just gets... their anxiety levels go through the roof.
That sounds like you're having some sort of not stand, like, awakening, but more so of a stand degradation. I've heard of that sort of thing happening before. It, happened to my daughter for a little bit, actually.
Yeah? How'd she deal with that?
She found friends.
Deku looks in the direction that the others would be.
But the thing that you've got to know about stands is that they change over time. If your stand's eliciting a change, it means you're changing. I wouldn't think of it as a bad thing.
Given what the changes to the stand have been, am I growing colder, Val?
I'm assuming you don't mean literally.
I mean, both would be apt.
Well, you are literally growing warmer right now. Thanks to this old boy. She points behind her. The furnace is chugging.
Hell yeah.
Yes, we actually got some coal back from the Titanic.
Cool, you say?
Yes.
Oh,
is that getting the whole brain percolating? Anyway,
We have saltpeter. We have saltpeter and sulfur. We have gunpowder.
I'm going to level with you, Seiko.
Oh, Peter ain't gonna be found in fucking Antarctica.
Yes, I know, Larry. I was making a joke. Go
Let
back.
her have hope, Larry.
I know this is all I have right now.
Anyway, she puts a hand on your shoulder and she looks you in the eyes and she gives again a half smile with this really unnerving broken teeth of hers. And she goes, honestly, if you weren't getting colder, I'd be more concerned. The situation is going to destroy you and everyone else at once. I'm included in that. She just kind of lowers her shoulders. I'll be honest with you, I've been trying to keep a positive outlook on all of this, but it's starting to get very hard.
To be honest, I'm kind of worried about how this all ends.
Well,
Because, best goes best. Millie's able to let people go, and all the unbitten and frostbitten just...
go away.
That means I lose my sister.
It would be nice if all of our problems could just float away. And I suppose that would mean me as well. I've had to think about it a lot lately. Whether I would choose prolonged life like this, or give it up to make sure that everyone else is safe.
And that's the bitch of it. Honestly, is she's my sister, but yeah, she's my sister. But I want what's best for her, but at the same time, I don't want to let go.
And Gaz wants what's best for you. I know that. She wouldn't stop talking my ear off about you before you were coming here. Or while you were coming here, rather, before you arrived. And I think what's best for you is not up for me to decide. Or anyone, really. If you want to hold on to your sister, I don't see why anyone could fault you for that. Not Millie, not the good doctor, not Lucifer, anyone. I certainly wouldn't fault you for it. In my case, I've barely got anything to go back to. My life is here. Sure, my daughter's back in the cities, but she's got a family. She doesn't need me.
She's all I got left. No other family but her. But damn it, the fact that she's in the condition that she's in means something killed her. And I am not going to stand by and let that stand. You don't fuck with a Wawaka. I don't know. Fuck, you think it'd be nice to just sit and rest, but when I'm
You
not
want to
fucking
do
panicking
something?
Yeah, when I'm not fucking panicking or keeping myself busy, all these existential dread and shit comes back. This is a fucked situation. There's no sugarcoating it. It's just completely fucked. And I don't see an easy out.
I know one out.
Yeah.
Getting you and everyone who's still wanting to hold on to this planet back on that plane and off this continent. Whether that means everyone here has to still deal with the frostbitten day by day, or whether we find some other solution, so be it.
I mean, on the bright side, we brokered peace with the fucking good doctor, at least.
But for how long?
Right, he's a bit of a loose cannon.
Yes, and if he's anything like Bliss was, he's obsessive. He's going to keep looking for what he's looking for. Nothing we say is going to stop that.
Yeah. As much as going home now, how great that would be. Let's say the plane wasn't damaged. Let's say everything was fine, and Lucy and I could just go. Right?
Right.
Knowingly leaving my sister in a situation where she has to continue to suffer is not something I can bring myself to do.
You'd just be back at square one. I know that feeling.
I just find myself coming back. I can't leave a situation unresolved. I need to fix it. I need to protect my sister.
Ain't that the truth? Get your mind set on something, you want to fix it no matter what. I can relate. You know what I want?
Yeah. What?
I want to be able to sit down and tinker. I don't care about this whole conflict. These monsters, life and death situations, I don't care for it. I just want to be able to spend my time learning about the world. Having fun with physics, if you will. I'm not cut out for this sort of prolonged, stressful instant.
It's funny. I can handle being on camera in front of thousands, just being a complete, total dumbass online. But given an actual stressful situation, I'm like this. Doubting myself at every corner. It's laughable.
That gives me an idea. Maybe not a good one, but an idea nonetheless.
Shoot.
Why don't you approach the problem like a game? If you feel you're so much better at solving games, why not look at it like a game?
Well, this is a game.
What would you do?
I'd call it a shooter, or I would call it first of all, I'd call it a survival horror game.
That sounds apt.
Maybe with some RPG elements. Looks at the camera.
Okay, and let's say you're a character in this survival horror RPG. What would you do?
I'd need 3 things. Supplies, better weapons, and a way to protect myself.
Well, I think the weapons and protection come hand in hand. Tricky and Eric just got back with some fish, so we've got some food. And let me tell you,
That's good.
the Titanic's still rife full of supplies. If you're willing to put up with the possible frostbitten, let's say you and I go over there and look for some tools to make a bang with, eh? Tomorrow morning.
That would be great. Yeah, that would work.
Wonderful.
You know, I can probably drop some plans before I go to bed, and then in the morning we could probably probably build that crossbow so we have at least something. You know, actually, idea. Maybe we probably won't. Not sure if it'd be much, right? But the base, exterior of the base is falling apart, right? And that's just a bunch of sheet metal lying around, right?
Basically.
Why don't we take some of that sheet metal, round off the edges so no one cuts themselves on it, and, you know, maybe make some armored vests out of it. Simplest thing to make.
Well, if you want, we could actually start scrapping some of this stuff from the break room. That might just be as useful. We can't exactly go there because of the cold right now. It'll be a lot easier to get than the Titanic.
Definitely.
I think everyone was just holding on to hope that we could put it back together, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of putting things back together, back to that plane. I don't think the it's not airworthy right now, but I don't think the damage is extremely severe.
I don't think the plane is the problem. It's
Yeah?
the storm.
Right. Fuck, that's the problem, but I was thinking for when the storm finally breaks, and it has to break eventually, law of nature, it'd be good to have that repaired and ready to go. That's a project for later, though. Right now, supplies, weapons, and protection.
Sleep? Have you considered sleep?
Sleep is also good, yeah? Alright.
Get some sleep. We can talk more in the morning.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Val. Psycho's gonna give her a hug.
Don't mention it. Gotta keep you youngins on the straight and narrow.
Alright. I'm gonna, again, they said, draw some plans up and then we can work in the morning.
I love little incidental stuff like that. Is there anyone else wants to do before I cross over to morning?
I do, because Larry's a bastard.
Gosh, what are we doing?
And his mind is, let's get all the big, if we're going through big reveals right now, let's get them all out of the way. I'm trying to see if, I'm checking if Pale Blue Dot can use the microphone on the laptop and the speakers to project.
What?
So that we can have a talk between Millie and Oblivious.
Okay.
Ooh, little shit.
Would that work?
So what Pale Blue Dot can do is it turns sound into illusions. So if you played any sound, if you screamed, it could turn that into an illusion.
Cool.
It doesn't mess with technology, so the laptop wouldn't really help it at all.
But it does have a speaker. I could that should just play him sound and put Pale Blue Dot on it.
Yes, you could do that.
Yeah, Larry would totally. Hey, Millie.
Yes?
Alisar, you might want to hear this too.
Of course, Corporal.
Well, I figured you probably didn't wander too far away from the Ice Core Labs if you did the killing yourself thing, and even if you didn't, a witness probably was around, as I'm gonna just pull up some random music on it. And I figured sisters should probably talk, as I'm gonna pull Pale Blue Dot out of my pocket and just plop it directly on top of the computer.
As you're doing that, Encore's gonna come up behind Alisar. Is that a good idea?
No idea.
Anyway, you're looking.
You want to come on out, Oblivious?
Honestly, thank you.
Alright. You're gonna hear the soft static on the other end of the speaker. Oh, Mikey.
Larry's stupid.
Why did I decide to go to sleep? Why did I decide to go to sleep?
Oh!
Mikey, remember when I said I'm gonna kickflip into Seiko's face?
That's my turn now?
It's the same board. I'm kickflipping into both of your faces now. Oh my god.
Alright.
You haven't realized something yet.
No.
Have fun.
Even if I might have, Larry certainly hasn't.
Neither is Encore. Have fun.
I'm Miss Oblivious either way.
No, you're not Oblivious. This is
Shut the
Oblivious.
fuck up.
Hey, Bliss, you think this is a good idea?
I mean, do you want Millie to meet Oblivious?
I mean, yeah, but like,
Why wouldn't it be a good idea?
Lucy's had a lot of apprehensions about that recently. I think he figured out something that I don't think the other two have figured out yet.
Well, would a brief conversation hurt? It would really help my plans if we figured out exactly what transpired at the Ice Core
Millie
Labs.
holds up a finger and just goes,
I really want to meet her. I have a sister that I didn't know about.
Man, I'm sorry, Tali. Encore B. Hey, what's the worst that could happen?
oh, okay. And Pale Blue Dot whirls up around, and you are going to see as the crown sort of expands and sits top ahead as a blue holographic form manifests in the room. And you notice her looking around. She sees everyone. She sees Larry, and she goes,
Oh, I'm glad that you figured out how to properly use my ability. I was meaning to tell you that I could talk to you guys all this time, but it's a little complicated because I don't want to just be like, yes, just like scream if you need help, and
and then she stops and she looks over at Millie. Millie looks over at her. And there's a moment where nothing is said. just both look at each other.
Ah, yes. Welcome to Isotilla, Oblivious.
At least in one form of you. You're still technically in the servers back in the Ice Core Labs.
Are you Millennium? It's good to finally meet you.
Alisar's gonna look up at extension view. What's it doing right now?
It's... how do I describe this? You see this grate that's beneath it?
Mm-hmm.
All of the tendrils, almost like vines growing in fast motion, are down into the pit.
Into the pit?
Into the pit. And I want to say that...
It doesn't normally do that, does it?
No, it doesn't. And the both of them have locked eyes at this point, and again, there is nothing being said. It's very weird, and Millie's smile drops. She's just kind of staring.
Now then, if you two would excuse me, I hope I'm not interrupting a conversation right now. Yes?
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, I wanted to ask Oblivious about the condition of the ice lab since we left. How is everything? I understand that something has transpired that I am not fully in the know of.
So you're what he looks like. Interesting.
My predecessor, I assume.
Yes.
Yes, well, since my crew left you, something has transpired that brought me here into being.
Admittedly, than he normally is, but that's a different issue with your vision.
Hey, Duncan. I have a question about Alisar.
Yeah.
Other Alisar.
Yes.
Would he have told Oblivious to say nothing? Or would he have allowed her to say something?
Oh, absolutely, he would have allowed her to say something.
Okay. Then Oblivious is going to go...
Yeah, about that. He's staying with me for a little bit. I'm patching him back up.
Really? You have a similar sort of knack for the thing?
She smiles and looks at Alisar.
Talented at the reconstitution.
Oh, I think you misunderstand. I don't reconstitute bodies. I'm able to reallocate the essence of a person.
Reallocate?
Think of it like
She looks up at Alisar and then just innocently smiles.
moving a soul.
I mean, she was the one that was making all the frostbitten.
And then Millie
moving
steps
things
forward.
into that ice
But
form.
that's not possible. You're not supposed to be able to see those. Those aren't... We don't even know if those are real.
And Oblivious holds up a finger.
Oh, but not actually. In reality, they are quite real. Like, for example, if I would look at him, I can see that he's only a very small part of what he actually originally was. Meaning your methods might have to be improved a little bit. But I see the idea that you're going for.
And then Millie steps forward and again steps down a foot.
No, that's not possible. There isn't a soul. If I could have seen a soul this
Larry?
entire time.
Larry? Oblivious, I'm sorry to cut our conversation short. We will be seeing you soon. But there are some plans that we need to start developing.
Yes, of course. Do you want me to relay anything to him? He was very, very indignant that you all should, be aware that he's going to go try and rescue Ancelor.
Tell him we're on our way.
Oh,
But
right.
to hold off for a minute, because we are still human, and we need time to recover from our last mission.
I think he will understand that. I'll relay it.
And Millie continues.
So, wait, are you the one that kept that part of him from me? On his request. And I respect the request of the people over the request of someone I don't particularly know yet. I'm sorry about that. But he's not yours to play with.
Oh.
Excuse me a second.
I am going to press the mute button on the laptop.
Okay, she
and
immediately
put the
vanishes.
and pick back up. Why do the two of you both see lives as? Why do the two of you both seem to think lives are toys?
Alisar's going to go up. Is extension of you still doing that weird thing?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Millie,
I.
unconnect yourself, please.
Unconnect myself from what?
Extension of you is still listening down there.
It looks an extension of you.
I didn't tell it to do that.
I know. It's alright.
What do I do?
Be something like a fear response.
I can't tell it to stop.
What is it? Is it the error loop? Is it happening again? Do we need to help you?
Something's wrong.
Seiko, join me.
Yeah.
Join me in the basement, please.
Shit, okay.
Don't worry, Millie. We're on the rescue.
Hey, Alisar?
Something happened as soon as Oblivious showed up, Seiko. I think Lucifer may have been onto something.
Yeah, Alisar, in light of recent information, I think my project to establish communication between the two should be scrapped.
Oh dear, really? Excuse us, sir. Coming through.
I didn't expect him to be antagonistic.
Okay, Tali. Now's the moment of truth. Does Bolt recognize me?
Oh, good question. He would probably, but I'd have to roll for whether or not he pays attention. Hold on.
Tali!
I know! Tali! I know! I wasn't expecting this!
Hi, I'm Larry.
I love
stupid.
Larry! Thank you, Mikey, thank you!
The one thing I wanted to be around for!
I'm so sorry,
Larry
Aaron.
is the type where he just will get things out of the way because he
Oh
doesn't
my god, Larry, you're gonna get punched so hard. I am sorry.
Okay, Bolt looks at you and blinks, and then he sees you, Alisar.
Excuse us, Mr. Watsky. Coming through.
And he will step aside, and he will in fact walk in tow and follow you.
Okay, wonderful. Come this way, please.
Alright,
Alright, well-
Lucy? There was just a large conversation in the room you were just in. Do you want to wake up?
The caffeine has been keeping
He
Lucy
wasn't able
not
to
fully
sleep.
asleep. But he's still there. He's just like lying in the bed. He wasn't there for the conversation. Oh my god, Mikey!
Fucking idiot.
I swear to God, game, Michael.
I have an intelligence of 2. I will play up my stupidity.
I am a big Dumbo, and I play my
Oh
Dumbo.
my god. Okay.
I approve
I'm
so
starting
much.
to realize exactly what I've done. I'm loving it.
We're not wearing light footwear because it's cold as fuck outside. Lucy is just like awoken, like hearing footsteps go by him.
Hurried footsteps, I'd assume.
Yeah, you heard the tail end of what we were talking about on the way past.
Something happening, Dean?
There was just a big altercation, and those two just rushed downstairs. I didn't really catch the whole thing, but something about Oblivious?
Okay.
They're worried about Mills.
He gets up slowly and he just starts like groggily walking over to the main room.
Alright. Around the corner, you can hear just this panicked, almost.
I can't make it stop.
You'll be fine. Just calm down.
What's going on?
I don't know how to calm down.
And Num looks over. Larry connected Millie and Oblivious.
Lucy's eyes slowly open wide and wide and wide. You did what? Okay.
Was it pleasant?
She knows how to see the soul, Lucy.
That's silly.
It's not silly. It's very, very, very important.
Lucy's gonna look at Bliss. Lucy's gonna look at Larry.
It's getting out of hand.
Bliss.
Wait, was the servers that she's on also, like... Hold on, Bliss, you probably barely remember this, but I'm gonna ask anyway. You and Dr. Tiller were researching the soul, like, energy field bullshit thing.
Larry, shut up.
Wait, what?
Larry, shut up right now. Bliss, console your daughter. Larry, not in front of the kid. Okay. Oh, God. You
have
any idea what you've done? Okay.
Lucifer!
Where's
I
Alisar?
point directly at my ear. We were all wearing the earpieces. If they were paying any attention, they would know already.
I have no idea what you've done. Where's Alisar?
Went downstairs to make sure Millie doesn't overheat or something.
Larry, give me a pale blue dot.
Sure. It's a catch, but you can't actually touch the thing without a mind.
The thing will definitely just float over to Lucy at that.
I gotta fix this. Alisar doesn't have the 25th hour. Fuck.
He doesn't! Isn't that great?
I feel your anxiety.
Bliss,
Yeah.
Bliss, I need you outside now.
Alright.
Millie will be just a moment. And Lucy actively takes his earpiece out and places it on the table.
Camelia's gonna come over and she's gonna hold Millie on the side and just be like, "Don't worry about it. Just take deep breaths. You remember how to help with your anxiety, right?"
Yeah, but I don't...
Just imagine that you do.
Remember the thing that Lucy taught you? The 10, 9... Yeah, focus on that and that alone.
And if you want, you can hold my hand. It may help it feel better. Right? Okay.
Man, imagine if Seiko had Rolling Gold's normal ability right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Fuck you.
If we had done this at a much earlier time when two of our people had their abilities, this would be so much easier,
We
wouldn't
got
it?
nerfed.
Got hella nerfed.
You just have bad timing, but also arguably great timing.
Before I say anything to Bliss, the entire purpose of the siblings being there is to distract Millie because she can understand through extension of you, correct? That's a thing I
Yes, she
understand?
can, and she could
That is
understand through Bliss.
exactly what they're doing, is
Okay.
that they are just distracting the fuck out of her
Can
right
you
now.
roll me a precision roll real quick versus Millie's brains? Let me see if she's got a flaw on this. I think she does, because this should be her... Oh! Right, of course, how could I forget? This is her -5 flaw. That's right. That's right. I think you're going to be able to distract her. Yeah!
Cool, we divide by 0. Bliss, we're dividing by 0. Okay.
Yeah, she is not focused at all. Don't worry, it was easy as hell.
Cool.
And Bliss closes the door.
Lucifer, what's going on? What's happening to my daughter?
The one thing I've been I had a realization down at the Ice Core Labs. Oblivious knows what a soul is.
How is that possible?
Looks at Pale Blue Dot, pulls out his phone, and he just plays some white noise on it for Oblivious to constitute.
Hi there. Dad too. Pleasant to meet you. Right. So, as a part of keeping a containment on the Ice Core Labs and my observations of the solar storm that's going on in the South Pole, I was able to discern what the difference is between something with a soul, something with part a soul, and something with no soul. For example, you look very different from Lucifer, and Lucifer looks very different from that rock over there. Now, I don't know if this is actually solar energy or something completely different. It has yet to be determined because we were never able to properly study it. But I do know that it was pivotal for me in order to contain the Butterfly Project autonomously. In other words, she doesn't know, does she?
No, she does not. Bliss,
You forgot to teach her that.
Do you remember what the good doctor said in the 25th hour?
I vaguely remember, yeah.
If Millie understands what a soul is, everyone's dead. She will freak out, cease function, and all of you will drop. You, Alisar, Larry, Dean, all of you. Your life ends that moment.
So that's probably what's happening right now.
Yes, Oblivious, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't blame you at all. There is zero blame towards you.
I wish I could say it wasn't my fault. It technically was. I interfaced with her for but a moment, and the transfer of data back and forth was enough for me to know that she is,
That's exactly what I thought was going to happen the immediate second you two saw
She's
saw each
broken.
other.
She's very, very broken. She's missing a lot of core programs that would keep her stable. I think they were removed to keep space for more of a human functionality, trying to emulate emotions and mental disorders, and that sort of thing that can just happen genetically. Those things, of course, that I'm completely immune to because of my programming.
I have a theory that whenever Millie did her first wipe of her memory, she wanted to just be more human and got rid of a lot of the precautions.
Oh, yes.
Anyway.
When I first talked to her, she refused to identify herself as Millennium. She's completely lost it.
Oh, God.
This is probably bad, isn't it? Would you like me to
Okay,
do
Oblivious.
something about it?
Oblivious,
Yes?
I need you... If there's something you can do, I need to know of it. But I feel like there needs to be a large precaution put in place to prevent anything else.
I can only do what I'm told, unfortunately, so I do not have any solutions at the current state. But I could try to talk to her again. Although we saw how that went last time, so it's probably a bad idea.
He's probably infuriated with you.
She does not seem to like me very much. She thinks I stole something from her.
Okay.
Alright. And correct me if I'm wrong, but past me, the one tenant that you were saying, Lucifer, that he refused to ever let happen was you two interacting until you were ready, right?
There was something along that lines, yes.
I thought it was just a matter of you scare each other. I guess technically what's happening is a little bit worse than that.
I was hoping that it would just be, if this was to happen, it would just be a verbal hi and bye. I wasn't expecting you two to immediately start transferring data, although that is exactly what I thought was going to happen.
That's my purpose. I'm a data referral unit in the Ice Core Labs, in order to keep communication stable between the two bases. I suppose you could have told me not to do so, but it was my protocol, so I did it regardless.
I didn't think about that until after we left.
I apologize if I've caused you any strife. It was not my intention.
Oh my god.
No, Oblivious, we're not blaming you.
Yeah, no.
I think we're just trying to damage control, right?
Okay. First thing I'd like to do, Oblivious.
Yes.
I don't want to ruin any internal core functions of you, but I would like to place a lock.
Dad, do I have your permission to allow Lucifer access to the logs and data functions of my internal services?
Yes.
Okay, verbal confirmation granted. What do you want to log?
Any conversation with Millie or Isotiller itself. The word soul, its definition, or allusions to it may not be transferred over. You may not talk to Millennium about the soul ever, until me or Bliss say anything about it.
Right, I won't mention the soul, I will not speak to Millennium, and I will not communicate with Isotiller until given other confirmation from you two. Understood.
Specifically, you may talk to us,
as in the party that went down, and if any of the other people want to talk to you, just no data transference regarding the soul or your abilities of allocation.
Should I refer to my abilities as something else, considering the murky territory as to whether or not they are souls? Or should I continue to just not mention it at all?
Not at all. We can't take a risk.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
All right.
Okay, so... Fuck. Alisar and Seika went down into the basement. They don't know this, do they?
Well, I hope Alisar also picked up as somebody in the 25th hour what might be going on. I trust the previous him. I hope the new one is, he's the Alisar I know, in a way.
Can you explain what you mean by that? I didn't see anything wrong. Millie blocked me from seeing what was wrong.
Okay, originally, Alisar had been in a different state than he was now. He was placed inside a shell of sorts, almost like a proxy. Now he's back to his normal form after being reformed again. God knows what's behind that illusion.
From what I could tell, Oblivious looks at you. That Alisar, that was 0% of his soul. There's not a single piece of him there. Do with that as you will.
Oh, what? Okay.
I stopped Millennium from taking him back, as per his request. Millennium doesn't have any of him anymore. So she made a fake.
So that's not our Alisar. That means that 100% of Alisar is in the other being that he was
He
mentioning.
probably believes he's Alisar, yes, but he is not your Alisar. Your Alisar's with me.
Oh, this might be a Bolt situation. Oh, fuck. Oh, we can't talk to Bolt anymore. Great. Oh, God. This is too much for my psyche. I'm losing my mind.
Hang in there.
Okay. Anything else? Because I need to run down there.
If you need me, we should have a call sign. Some word, you say, that'll allow me to manifest. I can take internal control over this communicator, as you said it was. I can override it. It seems to be on the same functions as my systems. I don't know if you remember, but I did so during your encounter with my Absolute Zero protocol.
Truth. Okay. You know what? How about Harold?
Harold? Oh!
Harold.
Okay. That'll work.
Oh, cool.
Alright.
Alright,
I'm going with you. Yeah.
I know you want to.
I can't.
I need you to keep distracting Millie.
Are you sure? Are you gonna be okay alone?
No.
Lucifer, I'm not a good man for this job. I'm not a good man for any job. Fuck it. Oblivious. Tell me, hit me straight. How much of me is left?
I've been forbidden from telling you that.
What?
Sorry.
What do you mean forbidden? Listen to me. Tell me.
She shakes her head.
I can't.
Hey, you know what? It's you downplay yourself way too much. Bliss, look at me.
Fuck. Yes. What?
It doesn't matter if you're 1% of yourself. It doesn't matter if you're 0.5, 0.01, encroaching infinity on the zero end. Be the 1% of the father she needs right now.
That's such a good line.
Damn! Okay. I want you to roll bravery just to amplify something for me real quick here. Bliss is gonna overcome a flaw.
Yes.
A flaw is a -3 flaw called These Scars. He's sensitive to displaying any emotions towards his family.
And he's going to go.
Okay, fine. I'll do it. You better go bring her back online, though.
I'll do as I can. Thankfully, Seiko knows how to do a computer. I just like talking.
Well, I'm gonna talk to her. God knows what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna talk to her.
As you go, Oblivious would spin around your shoulder, and you would hear just as the last sounds pale out, you would hear her go,
For what it's worth, you know what? No. I'm going to let you hope. I don't think that would help in this situation.
That's fine. Hope is the first and last thing we all need in life.
I've heard. I very much wish that I could hope.
You know what? I'll teach you one day. I've already taught your sister how to build from ground zero. Hopefully this isn't our full restart. If so, it's gonna be another long walk with her.
Well, if she does restart, I'll tell you everything. You have my promise there.
I'll hold you to it. Alright, Lucy's gonna make his way down. Hey, what's the other two doing?
yeah, we need to follow the other two now.
Yeah, we've been talking for a long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Alisar, Seiko, and Bolt, you head down into the basement. As you go, something immediately hits you as wrong. As you're stepping down the stairs, it's almost like dirt is displaced from the ceiling itself. There's a soft sort of creaking and groaning of metal as you proceed down the staircase.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
And as you enter, what can be seen is thrashing and almost wriggling vines are wreathing their way out from underneath the metal grates, pulling at the sides, almost clawing and mauling their way out.
Just gonna pause here in the doorway and just gonna look back. Bolt! Can you get us cleared the way through?
Bolt is going to step in. You'll actually notice Bolt stumbles and winces. And he's going to slam that sword into the ground to kind of stabilize himself. Let him try. Nothing seems to change as you notice that these entities are again pushing themselves out of the pits, sort of crawling their way up. They look like hollow, broken shells of flesh, vaguely outlined humanity. And they do not stop.
Crap. It's not working. Seiko, we're gonna have to run for it.
Oh, god damn it! I told Val I'd compare it to a survival horror game. I didn't mean. Okay, run.
Alright, just don't stop.
Bolt's gonna follow.
Come on! Alright, Seiko, pop quiz.
Hey,
What do you remember that we learned back at the ice labs?
Oblivious can make life. Shit,
Right, but there was something specifically about Oblivious that we learned that was not usual, let's say, for an AI core.
Seiko, a vine rips out and wraps around your foot.
Shit!
Seiko, look out!
I'm going to attempt to pull out Devil Girl.
Okay.
And have her try to swipe at the vine.
Try to swipe at the vines. Okay, can you roll me 3d6? Roll me a d6, please. Increase your maximum health by 3.
Oh shit. Huh?
Ooh, I think I see what's going on.
The vine continues up, wraps around your leg, and Seiko, you are slammed down into the metal and are starting to be dragged down under.
Can I try to grab onto her and
Alisar!
make sure she doesn't get dragged under?
Yes, give me a bronze roll. Seiko, underneath in the wriggling darkness, you see a face looking up for you, a hand reaching out, trying to grab you.
Fuck you.
Just ignore them, Seiko. I've got you.
You grab on. It seems that she is being yanked back. You're not strong enough to pull her out of this, unfortunately.
Crap, I'm getting pulled down too. Bolt! A hand here!
Bolt comes in, raises his blade, and is gonna try and chop the vine off. Woohoo! Oh yeah, he does so. Whop! The vine wriggles back under, almost letting out this sort of hiss of pain as it flies back under, and you notice the body falls about a foot. Seiko, you are pulled up by Alisar by the legs and land back down on the platform.
All right, back up on your feet. Don't stop.
Bolt's holding up his hand. It's almost like a pulse of sort of wriggling vines coming out of his hand as he repels it as it continues to lash upwards, trying to grab at his shoulders, trying to grab at you.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Stay by Bolt. He'll keep us safe. Seiko, when we were talking to Oblivious, she asked us specifically if we wanted to purge part of her data set.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember why?
To get rid of the infected parts?
Right, it was corrupted. Oblivious is comprised of corrupted data while Millennium isn't. And I'm sure you are well aware as what happens to data when it comes in contact with corruption like that.
Okay.
Yeah?
Alisar, you notice a flipper come out of the ground. The wall is going to start and bend and distort. You're going to stop understanding where you are. Seiko, you can no longer see Alisar.
What in the world is this?
Alisar, you feel yourself stumbling around. It's as if the walls itself are bending and twisting in unnatural ways. You can see the bottom side of the platform you're walking under. It's an awfully uncanny feeling.
Alisar's gonna close his eyes.
Excellent. Can you roll me bravery?
Okay.
Seiko, you notice Alisar turned, now facing you, hand against the wall, eyes closed.
You good?
Something just happened. I'm not sure what exactly, but just guide me. I'm going to keep my eyes closed.
Bolt comes over here and is going to again slice at another vine to protect you two. Barely. This one almost grabs his sword and pulls it out of his hand. Almost, but he's able to cut it off.
There's a door to our right.
He's just going to feel the wall. Look for the door handle.
You find it.
I've got it.
And you can hear now, more clear than ever, the almost sort of a wet slapping sound of all of these plant fibers. The next room seems like it's full of motion.
We've only got one choice, Seiko. We're going to have to put our processes on ice. Try and quarantine whatever got corrupted.
I'll do what I can.
All right, where am I going? Oh, is this a stair?
Yeah, your stairs.
Hey, Alisar.
Yeah?
There's a hand on your shoulder.
Is that you, Seiko?
No!
All right. It's going to try to shove it away, back through the door.
All right. Seiko, that looks like Bliss without a head cavity.
Oh, fuck that. Rolling girl.
You're not strong enough. It gropes onto you.
It's got me.
Rolling girl's gonna try to snap its neck.
Okay, power roll, please. You come up and you snap its neck. It falls. Its head lolling to
You're
the
clear.
side. But the worst thing is, as it falls, its hand is still clawing up. By all means, it should be dead, but it is not.
Oh, that's just wrong.
Get to Millie, Seiko. I'll keep them distracted.
Shit. Alright. Oh, fuck you, Tali.
A head turns towards you, staring directly at you, Seiko.
You're only a fraction of who my sister is.
It holds out in its hand a blood-covered pin. Little yellow smiley face.
Is it walking towards me, or is it just standing there?
It seems to be stuck. It couldn't move if it tried. It's part of this mess of tendrils coming out of the in-betweens of all the metal plating.
And it's just holding out the pin towards me?
Yep.
I reach for the pin tentatively. Can I get a point of risk here?
Sure. Are you going to take the pin from it?
Yes, I am.
As you touch the pin,
Says it did.
you feel the left side of your lip just start to curl up. Soft, soft warmth emanating from the pin in your hand.
Of course. Makes sense to be multiple facets of you in here.
She's going to take the arm. Only the hand is free from the vines. The rest of her body is wrapped and tied up. And you notice she's missing about half of her chest, ribs poking out. And she's going to point console behind her.
Right.
That being
I
said,
won't let you down, sis.
this one breaks free. Hand coming towards you, glowing with a bright blue light.
We're having a moment here! Rolling Girl's gonna beat the shit out of it.
Fuck yeah! Come at me, man! Let's go! Okay, Rolling Girl comes in to beat the shit out of it. It catches Rolling Girl's fist in its hand. The fingers start to freeze over. You're gonna take 3.
Okay.
And it's going to hold its other hand up. Vines are going to shoot out of it, basically across the room, like such, creating a simple tether in the air, blocking your path forward.
Alright.
Bolt, she's gonna need some help in there. Go after her. Please.
Bolt's gonna jump past you, look back at you.
As soon as the door closes, as soon as he goes through the door, he's going to try to shut the door on the thing that has a hold on him.
Okay.
If it's like a hydraulic door, he's trying to chop it in half.
It sure is. Can you roll 36, please?
Damn. Okay.
That's 20 damage. You perfectly bisect. Just the legs limply fall. And Bolt runs in, up to next to Seiko.
This was okay. Point at this goose. That shit isn't. Point at the vines.
Okay, Bolt's gonna try and again unleash a sonic piercing screech.
Come on, Bolt.
Hey! Throughout the air, vibrations shudder. You watch as the vines pulsing and wriggling freeze. This Bliss is
Alright.
stunned for a turn.
Alright. Seiko's gonna run by.
Okay.
Alright.
And underneath, and the last thing that you see as you come up to here. Oh, Dr. Tiller. Still trying to rip herself free from the vines.
Is Rolling Girl over here able to disengage from this thing?
Yes.
Going to come over, and I'm going to attempt to try to break her free.
Okay, you are able to rip her free.
Cool.
And she sees you, and she sees the terminal. I'm activating savior mechanics.
On.
Millie. Her hand turns into a blade, and she's gonna try and stab it into the console.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking saw that coming.
Fuck.
God.
Oh, I still got 3 resolve. I'm going to. I have no resolve. I have no choice. I need to resolve rush here.
Yeah, this is gonna be your roll.
I think I can help.
Yeah?
Lucy's first incursion down here, he saw a funny man.
Yes, he did.
Lucy's gonna look to the nearest camera and go, help her. I'm soliciting the good doctor to get up off his ass.
Okay, roll me bravery, please. You're gonna have to convince him. Alright. The good doctor's gonna spend a plots point. The light in the room starts to shift and pixelate.
Tali,
Yeah.
I'm gonna message you something.
What is up? Oh, is that? Oh, I see.
No, Koopa.
I'll spend the plots point.
Okay. What you're gonna notice is that what comes through this penguin, by all accounts, shouldn't be possible. That thing should be dead.
What? How?
So Alisar,
Three of 'em.
what are you doing?
Yeah, okay, well, you see, Tali, I don't miss. I'd like to turn that Dr. Tiller into paste, please.
Okay.
Or is this enough of my sister here to trigger my
There's a reason I gave you the pin.
Alright, shit. That counts. That would be additional. Where is it? Sisterly bond is another +1.
She believes in you.
Alright.
Despite everything, these are still people with their own individual desires.
Here we go. Oh!
Okay. Dr. Tiller rushes forward with the combined force of the circle in the fucking square? Seiko! You do, in fact, turn this Tiller to paste as almost like an arc cutting through the very ground itself, You watch as the gyroscope just flies through the hole, off that way. Hell, she's not even there. Red mist.
I am going to run to the console. Fuck. How would I even...
Runs up. This bliss is unstunned. You're gonna see the vine start wriggling again behind you as this bliss follows. After bolts,
Keep me covered!
he holds up his sword and he blocks, beginning to deflect the ice blasts that are coming from this bliss.
I'm gonna start trying to find the corrupted sections and try to quarantine them off from the rest of the main program.
I'm gonna give you an assist. Well, actually, more accurately, I'm gonna need another player to roll me a hyperman die. As a hand lays on your back, Seiko. Larry, could you roll me a hyperman die, please?
We're caring for other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
No! I'm sorry, Auntie! I'm sorry! I'm assuming it's just that.
It is indeed just that.
Do everything I can to find a way to locate any corrupted code and quarantine it off from the main program. Cut it off like a tumor.
You find the philosophy protocol running on loop.
Okay. I'm going to try... I know that's important, so I'm going to try to stop process first.
The other thing that you find with that incredible roll is that the reason that this is happening, what Millie is doing, is every single individual entity down here, all those previously associated, you remember when you had a conversation with her about what the soul was. She described it almost as a sea of stars, every bubble in the ocean. And you can see the computer analyzing each and every one of them. As it scans over them, coming up with an error. Scans over the next, coming up with an error. None of them are recognized. Every single entity down here no longer counts as a member of Isotiller. They're no longer under her protection. So she's letting them all go. All at once.
Fuck, it's about to be Night of the Living Dead in here. Well, I can't let that happen. Alt F4. I'm going to try to kill that process as fast as I can.
In order to do that, you are going to have to turn Millie off.
Do I know if it needs to be a hard off or needs to be a reboot?
Judging by previous examples given by the good doctor, this situation's happened before. You have to reboot her.
Alright, I will start that process then.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna try rebooting her while parking the corrupted discs.
You're gonna hear a voice.
Jacob, what are you doing?
Saving your ass once again.
Saving me?
You're about to make a horrendous mistake. What you're doing, what the processes you're running right now, you're gonna end up killing everyone in the building.
I don't know. This isn't...
Where do you think these things are gonna go when they don't have guidance? It's gonna be a Night of the Living Dead in here. I know you just took in some hard information, and the system's overreacting. It's like allergic reactions, I would compare it to. We're going to go through a reboot. I'll see you on the other side. I love you, sis.
She holds out a hand. A tear forming under her eye.
I don't want to forget.
I'll try to preserve as much of your memories as I can, but some things are horrendously corrupted right now. Just like last time, right? Try to do it quickly. Have faith in me, Millie. I know what I'm doing. It's not your fault, Millie. You were just given information you weren't ready to process yet. Just someone jumped the gun. Hell, honestly, I should have seen this coming myself. I'm equally to blame here. Of course, I'll stay here for the whole process. Don't worry. I ain't leaving you, Millie. I ain't leaving you. World.reboot execute.
And just like that, everything freezes.
Fuck me.
The words hang in the air, sort of just, and they're gone.
And true to my word, I will wait for the reboot to finish.
What you're going to notice first is that despite the reboot, the vines still move. They don't stop, they just change. Almost as if they were stunned for a moment. You would notice that even Bolt stops, looks around. Lucifer, you step down the stairs as you feel this rumbling, kind of emerging through the ground of Isotiller. As you step into the room, you see 3 different figures, each different silhouettes of bliss. They seem to be sort of just aimlessly walking around, grabbing onto the walls, staring blankly ahead, some without the eyes to stare.
Lucy's gonna walk over the grates. What's the general agitation below him?
Like a soft wave. It almost looks liquid.
Fuck. He looks at the bliss up and down. The vague outlines, very much unnerving.
One turns to you, tilts its head, almost stumbles on a leg, and reaches out towards Pale Blue Dot.
How is it reaching out? Is it reaching out as a clasping hand or an open palm?
Open palm forward, as if it doesn't fully believe what it's seeing.
Lucy's gonna let Pale Blue Dot make that decision.
Pale Blue Dot will wink up and over, floating around the hand and curl up under the palm and push very gently at it. And you hear this sort of shuddering, almost groaning sound. And for a moment it sounds almost monstrous, but then you realize, no, it's just the sound of a sob through broken vocal cords.
I see you at least remember your daughter.
And the hand, the only hand it has, pulls the orb close to the chest. And then lets it go. It floats there for a moment, gently sparkling in the air. And you'll notice as this bliss just falls down onto his knees and clasping his face.
I'm Oblivious. We have to.
It's gonna bump him
We have to
once
see
more.
the damage.
When it gets no response, gently floats back over to you.
Lucy's gonna continue eyeing this bliss on the ground as he moves. This is horrible.
You hear the struggle of metal bending. You can see a one-armed goose trying to pull herself out of the pit and failing. Seems her leg is gone.
He's gonna move up and he's going to see what's happening to Goose. You can do it. Your sister believes in you.
Draining and pulling. It's like the leg has been wrapped and tied up around the vine completely. Every pull just drags her back further down. And what you see next is probably the worst of it all. Because on the floor in front of you is just the bloody upper half of Bliss, crawling in your direction.
But Tali, Lucy is going to approach this Bliss. She's crawling towards me, right?
Mm-hmm.
As this one reaches its arm over, trying to clasp the ground, instead it clasps Lucy's hand.
It grips a weak hand, three-fingered, and you feel this gentle, very cold trickling down your palm as it cranes its one-eyed head up to you.
I know, buddy. I know. He's gonna use his strength and lift him up and put him up here on the side, resting him upright. And he's going to give a gentle squeeze as he lets go.
As you let go, the hand just falls to the side. Seems like it had overexerted itself.
Lucy's gonna see the blood trail right here, or the goop trail, more apt.
The algae trail.
And Lucifer is going to grab his key card and he's gonna open up this door.
Oh, thank goodness, it's just you, Lucifer. Oh, dear. Dear.
Alisar,
Yes?
what happened while I was gone?
Oh, we just barely made it in time, Lucifer. Seems like the corruption that had infected Millie from the data transfer that occurred between her and Oblivious caused her to run a program that released everyone down here. They are no longer attached to her for the time being, but don't worry. I think we're going to be able to get everything back under control. Right now, Seiko's waiting for the rebooting process to complete.
I'm monitoring it as close as I can.
He's gonna look at the algae trail from the cut in half Bliss. And he's gonna look back behind him at the bodies laid asunder, standing, fallen. Alisar, I think you're mistaken. We did not make it in time.
Afraid not. Well, we made it at a point where we stopped it from getting much worse. That's, I guess, the silver lining to the situation.
Lucy's just gonna have a very dour face of remembrance looking at all the bodies laying asunder.
We can fix this. We've fixed things like this before. We can. But I think we're going to need the good doctor's help.
Alisar, there's nothing to fix. This was the intention all along. Just like Millie's illusions were finally peering beyond the veil of what Bolt's been saying to us.
Elaborate.
Friendliness of the red substance. These are just all the conscience's bodies emerged. In essence, Nothing has changed. You need to
Something
get
has
Millie-
definitely changed, Lucifer. But did they try to stop you on your way here? Or were you able to walk through unfettered? Doesn't seem like you've gotten in much of an altercation or anything like that. While we were trying to make our way down here, they were trying to stop us every step of the way.
No, they were looking at me. They were pleading. They were trying like... My words are fettered at the moment. Also, I don't have words for what's going on. My empathy is getting the better of me. I think we have to do the same thing that I have been doing my entire life and continuing. I think Millie's hit a new low. That's not a bad thing. It's a new place to build.
Of course. How are we meant to build something ideal if we're not allowed to make mistakes beforehand?
Lucy's gonna look over at the penguin over here and the giant gyroscopic thing. Huh, that's interesting.
I agree with you, Lucifer. I think this is a very, very important step in the learning process.
But with what we want, she won't be learning anything.
Act 1 is going to put his hand, on, this tendril and get, some red, sticky blood on his hand. And just start writing on the casement, up here. Before he's just gonna fade away.
Sicko, how are things?
How's it looking, Tali?
The screen seems to be flickering. It's like rebooting it is a huge power ordeal. And if you remember correctly, you only have one generator currently.
I never get a chance to fix the other one. It's gonna take a hot minute. I need more power.
Well, that gives us ample time to discuss.
What?
If we want everyone to survive, it is no longer a matter of just simply having the two AIs collaborate. One is corrupted, the other is not. It is just the unfortunate, unlucky matter of their beings.
I feel like if we could teach Millie properly what she's missing, we could deal with this, but...
How do you teach it, Seiko?
Well, in this case, I'd say look for all the programs, limiters, and such that are present in Oblivious, write an update, and upload that to Millie somehow. The hard code update. Outside of that, I'm not really sure.
Sicko, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. That's a highly
it's
technical system.
Yeah.
It took so many people to build her, to write code. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't believe in you in that sense.
Maybe not me. Maybe Oblivious could write the update, but even then, it's going to be. I don't know if that's even the right decision in this case. For once, I am at a loss how to resolve this peacefully.
You are all caught up on the idea of writing a program that does this, and then placing that in her.
Replacing what was missing.
Her priorities are to be like a human, to learn like a human.
I'm aware of the moral conundrum of it. That's why...
No. It's not a moral conundrum. I'm suggesting that we must play into her strengths.
When I was down here for the first time, I got through to both Tiller and Millie.
Yes, and how did you do so?
I told her about myself. I told her my views in life, and I taught her at least the first chapter of what it is to be Lucy. Myself. That's how teaching works. One learns, then passes it on. You don't need a program. Lucy's gonna just hold out Pale Blue Dot and see, and basically giving it free reign to do what it wants.
It's the only thing thus far that we've seen able to do such a thing. To actively defy extension of you in such a way. Well, aside from, the good doctor's radiation death beam. I'm sure you're probably not enthusiastic about that whole ordeal.
Would that even work?
Beats the hell out of me. What, did he fire it when I was not around?
During the battle with 2025. Yeah, it was fired.
Alisar's gonna glare over towards Circle in the Square. Circle in the Square is gonna make kind of like a, kind of motion. What is that? Why is that here?
It's called a circle in the square.
I'm assuming that's the help that I asked for from the doctor.
The arm nods.
Thank you. He nods back.
Kind of like this.
I look up at the nearest camera. See, now that's how you do support!
Seiko, now's not the time.
Alright. Lucifer, you brought up a great point, exactly what I was going to be going after, about the very nature of teaching. How are we supposed to coerce or bring Millie to a point where extension of you is able to adapt, evolve to new information? We do not know how to do such a thing ourselves.
Hey, Seiko. The monitor clicks back on for a second.
My knowledge is limited to... Oh, hold on a moment. I look back at the monitor.
Crackles with some light, and there's a soft hum in the room. And it starts very slowly, line by line, creating an image. And the image is about as awful as you'd expect it to be.
I kind of step to the side so the others can see the monitor.
It's identification data. Every single entity here, and the option of what to do next.
I'm gonna put that question to you too. All I
What
know
are the
is
options?
I don't know. All I know is how to make it happen technologically. Just you two were the ones with the moral.
The main question is, how should this AI view these entities? What are you going to supposit as their identification? Are they staff? Are they frostbitten? Are they trash? How should the AI view them?
Fuck.
Okay,
Let us consider what exactly has changed before we input anything. Once everyone down here who had passed on, Millie had made the mistake of not realizing that they are still alive. This whole time, any hints or any contact with Oblivious has led to the Philosophy Protocol's meltdown. Let's analyze exactly what was happening during the feedback loop of the Philosophy Protocol's errors, shall we?
Can I try to bring up that log?
Man, it's been a while since we've seen this, but if this isn't the entire campaign in one document.
This is an important choice, Lucifer. We have the option to influence Millennium in a very potent way.
yes.
This one additional parameter will change her entire view on the remnants of the people she uses her stand on.
What if we labeled them as such, as fragments? Would she try to put them back together?
That is what
Yeah,
I
like
am
a
hoping,
fragment?
Seiko.
So you're thinking the same thing then?
Yes. Let them go. Allow her to let them go. And then we can step in and begin figuring out a way to put them back together.
Lucy?
How does that sound to you, Lucifer?
I'm very conflicted.
With Oblivious on our side, I think we can do it.
The previous parameter was not identified.
She hasn't figured out how to do that yet. The fragments, but they're sparse. She's already building them together with what she has.
But the problem is, as individuals, they don't really have any individuality when they're under her command, do they? Only when this error has occurred, this incident, and she released them, now we can start to see that, yes, they are all conscious, self-aware, possessing their own free will.
Then might I suggest something? Lucy's gonna start typing, but he's not entering it in yet.
Show me what you're thinking.
Lucy's gonna type on the keyboard, and he's gonna step aside, and he's going to gesture towards it. How does this look?
That part with the new protocol.
Well, there's no reason to tell her what something is unless she understands it.
So, you still believe in her ability to learn after all?
I've never stopped. I think it's the most stupid thing in the world is to just believe in something vaguely. I don't have faith in you, Alisar. I believe in you. I don't have faith here. I believe Millie will change. The good doctor has taught me a few things when we were in the 25th hour. And Tiller, when I was down here the first time, asked me to do something. And I think this is it. She asked me to beat fate. As somebody who thinks fate's a bitch.
So that was it then? That was the final challenge? Is that why that silhouette of Dr. Tiller was trying to destroy the console earlier? Was that another challenge?
That wasn't the same Tiller. Our Tiller.
Right.
Has full belief in Millie.
I'm with you on one thing. Fate can go straight to hell.
That's the spirit.
I love that coming from Seiko. So good. God.
Well, if we know one thing, well, I do. Emotions always win.
We can try as we will to stop them with all our logic and rationality, Lucifer. As researchers, it's what we have to do. But at the end of the day, you are right. Go ahead.
Lucifer raises his finger and goes, I believe in you, Millie, and presses the button.
Alright. The prompt closes, and with just a soft hum, you'll notice all of the vines in the room sort of gently recede, one by one. And in front of you, two eyes blink open as a head pulls itself up to look at all of you.
Smiles the child.
Hey, Millie.
Eyes blink.
Coach, I wouldn't leave you.
Leave me? Why would I think that you would leave me, Seiko?
Good to have you back.
I feel like I was sleeping for a little bit. Did something happen?
Nothing important. Hey, Millie, can you remind me? What's your new protocol?
New protocol.
I don't think she would regurgitate it, is the thing. I think she would look at you and just go,
I think I'm just going to do what I always do. Try and do the best for you.
That's the spirit.
Good to hear.
Because let us not forget that you two are our priority guests. Being that you still have the most to lose out of any of us, I would urge you two to go finally get some sleep. Please. You're starting to make me nervous.
Well, despite Dean's best efforts there, green tea is caffeinated. I am wired currently.
Right. Well, I guess we could just further discuss things. That'd help tire you out.
I could tire out your emotions.
Seiki, you're already very tiring.
So,
Aw, you don't need that.
I do.
I I don't understand
He
this
smiles.
feeling. Why are you three smiling?
I'm just happy you're here.
Really?
Yeah.
Just by being here, that strong of an emotion can come out?
Of course, when you're near someone you care about, it can make you really happy.
She looks at you.
Is this that feeling? Is this that feeling of love?
Yeah. I'd say so, yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, if you do function like other normal people that I know, I think all of you are severely sleep deprived. Would you like me to prepare something for the night for you all?
That would be amazing.
I can put on a little picture show, maybe some stories that my dad used to tell me.
Oh, you know what?
Yes.
You know what? While we're doing that, Encore actually wanted to talk to you.
Encore?
He's trying to be more of a responsible being. He actually wanted to read to you. He was telling me.
He wanted to beat me?
Read.
Oh.
Read. Oh God.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I don't know what game we would be playing it, but I do not want to lose. Oh, I would be willing. I don't know. Seiko,
Yeah.
do you have any way to get my body back online? I miss being able to hear and walk.
I'm
so-
working on it.
I feel so inhuman right now. It makes me very uncomfortable.
I'll see what I can do, but
With the
Millie-
fishing traps going, we might have a few more things to spare.
really, I gotta tell you though,
Hmm.
who you are, your personality and everything, as far as I'm concerned, you're as human as the rest of us.
Thank you, Seiko. That means everything to me.
Alright. Remind me in the morning, I'll take another look at your body and see what's missing.
Yeah, sure.
What's our scrap reserves like?
I've got a few pieces. I'll use those for a crossbow, but this might be more important.
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
Can I ask why you are all just simply accepting that the circle and the square is here?
Oh,
Don't mind that.
oh, right, one update, we made some amount of peace with the good doctor. Consider that thing a guard for now.
Interesting.
Alisar, go home.
Yeah, Alisar will take the key and just be like, whip. Just go back through the portal.
Alright.
Thank you for being a guard for me, Mr. Good Doctor. Oh goodness, I don't know how to talk to you.
The penguin dashes. And you'll see as the three golden orbs come down around it, and they're going to just sort of light up around Millie's head, and she's just gonna look up.
Oh, I don't know what these do, but these feel nice. I have a feeling that if anything tries to attack me, it'll be a lot easier for me to defend.
Yeah.
So, go take the night off. You will look so haggard.
Oh, yeah.
I do need my beauty sleep.
There's much work to be done. Alrighty.
And we'll see as you're walking away, Seiko, you do see Tricky in the corner looks at you, and then just hops back down. It's not a look of malice or anything, it's more just a look of... well, it's kind of hard to tell. Almost like accepting their place. Whether or not that's good, only time will tell.
Well, if it's their choice, hopefully if it's their choice.
Pebble not doing anything looking at Millie or anything like that?
Pelbudot is trying to stay out of sight.
Oh. Understandable though.
Yeah, Millie, I believe if there is any confusion with the involvement of the good doctor in, well, today's events, on the contrary, I believe I am in the right condition to spend some more time and help you talk through things with you.
Alright. I've been able to gather a lot of information from your scouters, but some of it has been deleted for sakes of privacy. So I might have missed something if you were having private conversations. I would very much like to hear your side of things.
Alright, very well. We've managed to bring the ice labs back into control.
Oh, that's wonderful. Did you find my sister?
Oh, we found her. She's alright.
That's good.
She actually found us and asked for our help, which we obliged to. Managed to push out all influence that the devil had over the facilities. And moving forward, I think she's going to be very happy to help us out.
If it's possible. Is there any way I could meet her?
Of course. You will find a way, I'm sure.
I'm looking forward to it. Someone else like me. I feel like I would feel less alone.
Given that you two are the only AI on the continent, I'm sure there's a lot that you can learn from each other.
I wonder if she knows any good stories. Oh, she might know something about my dad that I don't know.
Oh, just your family? She took us to her castle.
A castle?
A castle, that's right.
Why does she have a castle? How does that work?
I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know, but that can all be worked on.
Is she alone up there?
Alisar's just gonna kind of like motion towards the penguin. No. I believe she has Circle in the square up there, keeping her well guarded.
Good.
Millie, can I ask you to help me with something?
What is that?
I've lost my stand. It's all right, Millie.
That's not possible. Wait,
Lots of things shouldn't be possible, but yet here we are.
you do seem slightly different from last time I talked to you. I couldn't tell what was different, though. Did something happen to you while I was asleep?
Nothing bad. The worst part was, of course, me losing my stand, but this provides us with a very exciting opportunity. You see, ever since I lost my stand, lost the ability to use visions, I haven't stopped being able to see other stands. I think I might have a new one.
Oh. That would make sense.
And with everything that you can provide, you and your sister, I may be able to train and develop a new ability that can help us out tremendously.
She nods quickly, and then she kind of waves her hand.
I have an idea. If you have a new stand, we should try and figure out what type of stand it is. So, this is a good idea.
Suddenly there are like 40 or 50 illusion needles around you.
I'm gonna try and induce a panic attack so you can manifest it.
Hey, you've already gotten there.
Roll bravery. God, I love this dorky child. Okay. Escalation.
Hang on.
It's a moment of, oh, they're just illusions, and then one like is kind of like sparkling, and you're like, are they illusions?
That's not electricity, is that?
Huh? Oh, no, it's light. I mean, it's sharp metal that's going to stab your skin. Very painfully.
I think we could probably figure this out through other methods if you don't
come
allow.
on!
If
More needles
if you
appear
allow me to
behind you.
interject.
No. Training.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I I think if anything, you're going to induce me to having a close-range combat stand.
Oh,
They all disappear immediately.
that can happen.
I don't know.
I just wanted to see if I could jump scare you into
burgeoning
making it
science.
show up. Okay.
I don't know if it is going to show up.
Lucifer, you're gonna hear on your comms.
Lissy, how do you make someone's new stand show up?
Well, usually it's through some sort of traumatic experience or revelation about themselves.
I'm going to go now.
He's not in the room. He doesn't know what's going on.
He looks at you.
Also, I haven't seen
Tali,
here.
I can guarantee you what Millie would think would traumatize Alisar.
Yeah.
Put big watchdog water dragons right behind him.
I don't have my stand, you bastard.
The funniest thing about this, I'm gonna tell you this right now. So when you rewrote her protocol, you swapped out protect Isotiller at all costs with learn humanity. So she doesn't have the inhibitions to make sure your best interests are always in.
I thought I was adding a new protocol.
No, just swapping it out.
Oh, good luck, Alisar.
That doesn't stop her from actually caring about you though. So she's just gonna go,
Okay, I can save that for later. That being said, do you feel different?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like something's missing. But that's about it, really.
There are some pieces of you that are still here.
I am aware. Oh, that's interesting, actually. I believe that those pieces used my old stand ability against me. Just a few minutes ago, in fact. Millie, do you think there is a way that we could potentially rebuild my stand?
I don't know. That would require getting all of the pieces of you. And I'm feeling like I'm missing a very large chunk. You'd have to find it. But if
I
we
should
do,
ask. It's a good idea, Millie. I should ask around, see if anybody else around the base is also feeling a similar sort of emptiness.
If we do that, Alisar, do you think it's possible we can put everyone back together?
Millie? Tell me this. Exactly who would I be to say with certainty that anything's impossible?
Well, you would be Alisar.
shamelings.
Well, part of me is still here and there and everywhere. If I'm only part of Alisar, then I'd just be L.
So we have to find R and Sa.
No Serpinski in history is ever just gonna settle with an L.
Shut the hell up.
I should have seen it coming.
I'm gonna
I
shoot you.
should have seen it coming.
Well, I can help you get them back. At least I'm feeling more capable. Something changed. Something definitely changed. Did you do something?
Well, Millie, everyone's always changing. It's just part of being human. Do you feel like you've changed for the better?
I can't be sure yet. Some changes I like. Like, for example, I think I can think more freely. I have the feeling that there aren't as many things I shouldn't say. But then there are bad changes. Like I miss my body. And I feel like I'm not as connected to all of you anymore as I was. Like I'm missing something too. Maybe it'll come back. I'm not sure.
Well, all we can do for now is just believe it will. Let that hope fill that empty part. You see, Millie, hope is like blueprints for progress. We use our hope to imagine how things could be better. And then we use our hands to make those things better. And we use our minds. We use our minds together
How do you figure out
to
what...
make sure that we use our hands in the right way.
How do you figure out what hope you want to set in place? Is there some sort of hierarchy to them? Better hopes than others?
Not exactly. Everyone's hope is a sort of personal thing. When I think about hope, I think about what I would want for my kids. I think about the world that I would want for Lucifer. For the people who will inherit my work. The responsibility of making sure that that progress happens after I'm gone.
I like that hope. Although I do not have any kids.
Do you have somebody you care for? Could it be your father or someone you've met?
I did want to mention, at some point, I'm starting to feel an incredible connection to a lot of you. Yes, my father means everything to me, but it's a different feeling than what I feel for you. And that's a different feeling than what I feel for Lucifer, and Seiko, and Larry.
Yes.
All of them are different.
Alright, well, let's try something here. Try placing yourself in my shoes, figuratively. Think like you're me,
Okay.
using what you understand about me as a person.
Right?
Now that you're doing that, try to imagine what could be paining me right now. What could be causing me any sort of inconvenience. Whether it's discomfort or suffering, doesn't matter.
She kind of opens one eye very slightly, and then just kind of a half smile just goes up. Are you cold?
Tremendously, I'm afraid. Now, think about ways that you could potentially help. Change that, maybe.
You're gonna hear
Make it so that's something that I no longer have to worry about. Yeah, yep, there we go. There it is. There we go. So that's kind of like hope. Sometimes hope can just be as simple as knowing you'll have a warm bed to return to at the end of the day. Doesn't have to be anything super special.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense to me. If hope doesn't have to always be grand, then I think I can have hope. Hope for a positive change, hope for new people that I'll like.
Does that sound like a good change to you?
I think so.
I think so too.
I want to meet more people. I like people.
Right. And if that is your hope, Millie, what do you think our first step is going to be?
Clearing the blizzard? Finding the frostbitten? Maybe even establishing comms?
There we go. That was what I was thinking as well. Now think ahead a few steps.
We have to find some way off of Antarctica.
There we are. So, out of all of our initial options, what is the best course of action that we can take to ensuring that those final steps that we can take towards you meeting new people and making sure that that progress happens? What is our best choice at this current time?
Getting everyone together, on the same page, making sure your goals are unified. If everyone can agree on one course of action, nothing can stop you from succeeding at it.
And, Millie, is a conundrum. Not everyone's going to agree.
That's true.
People will have their own ideas. People will disagree with you even. It's not because they don't like you, but it's because they have different personalized hopes. So, what do we do with those people?
We could try to convince them?
Or
try their ideas?
give me some other options. Try their ideas, or
shut their ideas down?
Or,
Do both.
or,
Or
I was thinking that we could have multiple teams working in tandem towards different goals.
that is doing both. That's what I meant.
Oh, I thought you meant talking about shutting them down, and then,
No.
Sorry, that's my misunderstanding there.
Well, I mean, do both ideas.
Both ideas. Right. So, in a few hours, once everyone's rested up, I was thinking about organizing different teams. We could establish leaders.
That would be efficient. Cover larger ground.
Right, and with this freezing blizzard encroaching at us from all sides, I would like to use every ounce of effort and time that we have left.
I agree. Everyone should be doing something to get our chances of survival the highest. Do you have suggestions for team organizations?
It's going to take some time, but I was going to have a conference with everyone, talk it through, see where people's goals align, where they don't, and then organize groups from there.
I like this plan.
I know for a fact that we have a few people who are appalled at the idea of working with the good doctor. So, what would you do in that situation, Millie? Would you put them in a group together?
Make sure that they don't have to work with the good doctor. Let the people that want to work with him
Yes, let the people who want to work with him work with him. We cannot have infighting at a time like this.
Right. Okay.
So, we keep those groups separated.
But what if the groups need to interact?
If they need to interact, then they will interact on terms that they can agree with.
No matter what we do, there is going to be disagreements.
Of course there's going to be disagreements. Disagreement is what we need. It's what's going to drive us to think. Think not for ourselves, but think for each other.
If you need disagreements, why split people who disagree? I don't understand.
Because at a certain point, disagreements are for conferences, not for actual employment. Do you see what I mean? There are things to talk about outside of actually doing other things.
I think I understand.
We can't have them interrupt progress on a certain mission or something like that. If somebody doesn't agree with the objective, then why have them there?
So you're saying that Murphy should always stay behind?
No. Murphy has a very, very important place in all of this. Anyone who doesn't fit into those goals, such as Murphy, will be part of what I call the flex team. Who will be there to back up if either team gets in trouble. Does that sound good?
I like that.
Because I know Murphy, if he doesn't agree with our goals or doesn't understand them, he will at the very least be there to help his friends. Or whatever he considers us.
Friends is the right word.
Right. I think I personally would be on the team that is going to be going and investigating Mount Evans. I feel like understanding the nature of this blizzard is going to be a very, very important step in understanding how to get into communications with the mainland. And maybe even start sending people back. Getting Seiko and Lucifer out of here finally.
That feels very doable.
I'm glad you agree. Right then, I'm going to get to packing provisions, I think.
Okay.
Making sure that my team stays safe and that our expedition goes smoothly.
I will be on comms if there's anything you need from me. For now, I'm gonna conserve power. This is taking up a lot of energy.
Alright, well, I won't take up any more.
Alisar?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes?
Thank you for trusting me.
It's what Alisar Sapinski would do.
Everything I said I wouldn't do, I did.
Call me just El for now.
And it is what it is. That's how I used to think as a kid, but you better learn to swim or you'll sink with the shit. In the blink of
We will head to the next day.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was stressful.
Yeah.
So much.
Tali, we talked about this. several times.
I know we did.
Oh, yo.
And the one time I am asleep to not nip it in the butt immediately.
All right.
Mikey, I freaking love your role playing, dude.
Oh my god.
Role playing that I just forgot like half the conversations. Don't worry about.
Yes, exactly that actually.
I didn't role play. I just honestly forgot half the shit that's coming out of this game.
Oh my god.
And it took me a while to realize, oh wait a minute, oh I've made a huge mistake, but I'm just gonna keep going with it.
Oh well, this is the snowball that I'm rolling.
I've already started rolling this snowball, it's already the size of the middle of the snowman, might as well keep making it.
I know, that's why I was like, well, I'm asleep, dig the hole, this is gonna be fun.
Next time on Learned Mortality, we'll come back on Polar Night 6. Dang, man.
We just sleep through the next 24 hours. Fuck.
Everyone's just like 6 honestly.
Yeah, we just sleep through the night. You know, the one doesn't end. We'll see you when the sun's back.
Don't you love it when you nearly like fucking kill everyone? Isn't this great? Oh man.
Honestly, wouldn't have been the worst thing for me.
Yeah? Just ending the campaign there wouldn't have been the worst thing for you? Okay.
Die. Larry passes away peacefully in his sleep.
Okay, Duncan.
Oh,
Speaking
that would be
of,
funny, though.
You want to post L?
Good man. Man.
Mr. Man, Mr. Soft Boy, look at him!
Look at
I
Santa.
love him.
Look at him.
Alisar Sapinski.
Why aren't you a penguin?
I love how he didn't even
We can talk about
to
that later.
Was a penguin?
Yeah, Murphy.
No, he
just
did respond. He said, we'll fucking talk about that later.
My favorite part was that some of the characters... I asked Duncan in the middle of it, like, hey, do you think I should make some of them not realize the difference? Because that's how Millie works. And he's like, yeah, just so do it. And then Murphy, obviously not part of the whole Millie thing, is just like, what the fuck?
That was part of my meltdown earlier, was me being like, but the people don't know, but we're walking up and we would know, but you two are unbitten, so would you two be...
It's
but
a
then
whole
the Larry knows
mess.
the thing and the...
A whole mess.
But yeah, there's Alisar. You finally know what he looks like.
I love him.
He
You
exists!
don't look too far off of. I don't. It's been a while since I looked at Echelon. Hold on. Not to say you look like Echelon, but I'm trying to remember what Echelon looks like.
This is exactly how I imagined him, but the beard's bigger.
Santa Claus.
You look like a freaking, like 1990s animated movie character, and it's great.
Hold on a minute. You actually do look like just a not traumatized version of fucking Echelon.
Huh, that's weird.
It's just a normal guy. Like, since session 1, man. It's just been a normal guy.
He's just a normal man. We're just
Undroop the mustache,
normal
turn the
men.
gray hair white. Those
I
are
don't know.
Echelon's glasses.
I don't know. I don't really see it.
So
Don't worry,
the
Mikey, I
other
kick
thing
flip.
that happened today that was, God. Not technically anything I ever thought would happen, so I had to make the eye catch on the fly. But, yeah, let the maggot sing. That's the name of the flesh pit.
Hey! I knew it had a name.
And the reason that all the stats are C is because it's an incredibly, mixed bunch, so it averages out to be average.
I was expecting something like this for like the day 6 fight with calming down Millie. I was like, oh, they definitely have a group eye catch.
I mean, they didn't. They were going to be individuals, but you know, this was these were the bad guys, air quote, of the episode 6 fight that never really happened.
I love it. Some of them still have fucking bizarre fields.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's just Dean at this point.
Dean and Murphy have fun.
Tell us your secrets, Dean.
And next time we'll go back into free roam. Oh God. Oh Lord.
God, where the None Evans sounds great, but oh my God.
So why the fuck am I back in this cubicle? Flying off rails like a train wreck, but I went off fail. So tonight I'ma pack my bags and leave the old me behind in the past I've had like. I must be gone.